The reason why prophets get betrayed so much is not because they didn't see it coming. They saw it coming. They saw the dreams, they saw the visions, they heard the warnings from God, they felt the unctions in their spirit. They saw the demons operating behind the people who were betraying them. But prophets often have a hard time letting go of people because they don't just look at a person through the lens of who they are now. They see them through the eyes of Christ and through the potential of who they could be. And so before they accept what God is showing them, they go through every scenario in their heads and they reason with God and they go through grief and denial and, almost like argue with God about what he's showing them and give 1,000 reasons why they shouldn't let that person go, because maybe they just need healing, maybe they just need deliverance, maybe we just need to talk about it, maybe it was a misunderstanding, maybe I misheard, maybe I didn't see that correctly, maybe I'm discerning wrong. And they start gaslighting themselves and they do everything they can, because prophets at heart are intercessors, right? They have the heart of Christ for people, and true prophets at least, right? And they really want to see that person reach their full potential, and they don't want to accept that the person is evil and wicked, and that what God is showing them is actually true, that this person is going to betray you, that this person is exactly who I'm showing you they are in your dreams, in your visions, in your spirit, and how your nervous system is responding to them. It's very difficult for a prophet to let go of a person because they love deeply. Even though they already know the outcome within their heart, it just takes a while to process that grief and actually release the person and let go of the potential of who they could be. See, Samuel already knew that Saul was going to be rejected by God. See, in 1 Samuel chapter 13, Saul offered an unlawful sacrifice, and Samuel already told him, you've done foolishly, right? Your kingdom will not continue because God has sought after, a man after his own heart. And so he already told him that his kingdom would not continue. And so we get to 1 Samuel chapter 15, and Saul disobeys God again. He didn't destroy the Amalekites when God told him to completely destroy them, right? So God told Samuel that he rejected Saul as being king, right? And it says in 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 10 to 11, it says, now the word of the Lord came to Samuel, saying, I greatly regret that I have set up Saul as king, for he has turned back from following me and has not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried out to the Lord all night. And then Samuel had to complete the job that Saul didn't complete, right? He had to kill Agag. And then we get to 1 Samuel chapter 16. It says, now the Lord said to Samuel, how long will you mourn for Saul, seeing I have rejected him from reigning over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and go. I am sending you to Jesse the Bethlehemite, for I have provided myself a king among his sons. So Samuel already knew that Saul was rejected by God as king because of his repeated disobedience, but it still grieved him. He couldn't stop grieving over him because he was holding on to the potential of who Saul could have been if he had obeyed God. So before a prophet actually releases somebody or gives up on somebody, they've already gone through every checklist in their hearts and their minds. They've already, cried out to God on behalf of that person. They've already reasoned with God. They've already come up with every excuse not to let that person go. They've already tried to make it work 1,000 times in their head. And every which way, God kept showing them over and over and over again, this is who this person is. This is who this person is. This is what they're going to do to you. This is the decision they're going to make. They're going to disobey me. They're not for you. They're not for you. They're not for you. But the prophets definitely have a hard time letting go and accepting reality sometimes. They often grieve the future that they could have had with the person if the person chose to obey God, right? Whether it was a friend, whether it was a ministry partner, whether it was a romantic relationship. They grieve the potential because they see people through the eyes of Christ, right? But I want to encourage you, if you are a prophet or a highly prophetic person who feels deeply and you have an inner knowing, right, in your heart and your spirit about people, don't hold on too long, because that's when you start really feeling pain Okay, because the longer you try to hold on and reason with God, when he keeps showing you over and over and over that these people are evil and that they're going to do you wrong, that's when your heart gets really broken. Okay, that's why prophets are always getting done wrong. It's not because they can't see. It's not because they're missing the messages and warnings from God. They're just ignoring them most of the time and living in denial. All right, don't live in denial. Amen. Don't live in denial. Just listen to the Lord. I love you all. God bless you in Yeshua's name.